I'm Emma Hewlett from Kilmackie Gardens. I'm the chairperson of the Wexford Garden Trail, and I'm going to be interviewing the members of the Garden Trail to find out a little bit about their businesses and their gardens, their garden centres and their parks. Well, I'm delighted to be in the studio this morning with Kevin Williams of Wells House and Gardens. So, Kevin, you're very welcome.
Thank you very much, Emma. I appreciate it. It's great to be here.
We'd love to hear a little bit of history about the house and gardens first, and then we might move on to yourself.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. No problem at all. So the house itself is over 300 years old. It's a stately home, which is fantastic, on 450 acres, which is no mean feat. Owned originally by the Doyne family, who owned it for about 260 years, doing extensive works on the house, huge projects on the house itself and gardens. Which is fabulous. Then it was bought out after that then, by the Rosler family, who bought it only relatively recently in the 1900s, and did a huge amount of extensive work as well on the gardens themselves, using plans from the Doyne family originally, by a guy called Daniel Robertson. Now, he was a fantastic horticulturalist, designer. He would have done places like Powerscourt Estate, Johnstown Castle, Kilruddery, absolutely really fantastic projects. And he was the guy who designed the gardens originally. So the Rosler family used his designs and plans to redo the gardens to their former state now, which is, it's fantastic, and they really are beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful. And when we were chatting earlier, you were saying that you don't live too far away. You know Wells very well because you've been visiting for many years.
Indeed I have, yeah.
But of course, you have a very interesting history yourself in horticulture. What brought you to horticulture?
It's a great question. So I suppose it could be like a lot of horticulturists, my grand's house originally. So that's where I started off when I was about 5 or 6, really enjoying horticulture. I knew that's where I wanted to go. When I left school, then I went straight to college. And after college, then I went straight out with another landscaper. Fantastic guy called Fraser McDonough. He was brilliant. I did all my training under him. And then after that, I went out on my own. And slowly but surely working in different places. Only up until recently, I was the horticulturalist in Tudor Golf Club for the last 9 years. And the last 2 years have been the landscape designer in the Glenview Hotel. I heard about Wells House only recently. Actually, a friend of mine just sent a post about it saying that they were looking for a job application. So I said I'd give it a shot. And because of my history and all that type of stuff and everything I had behind me, I was able to put in a really good interview and got the job. So I'm delighted to be there because it's an absolutely stunning place, and I really am enjoying it.
And quite a different project for you from your previous, but you have
you could say that, yeah.
But it sounds as if you have good experience in different areas, and then the whole project going forwards at Wells is exciting, isn't it?
It is extremely exciting. It is very, very exciting. Apart from all the extensive work that's been done from the families previously, it's now owned by the Sean Doyle Group, and he has done so much work already to the place, which is absolutely brilliant. The wall garden is stunning. He's redone that now over the last 2 years, and it's just unbelievable. It really is an absolutely tranquil space to go into, and you could just be lost in it. It's beautiful. The planting is fantastic, and the general just feeling in there is just unreal. So he's done a fantastic job there. His new self-catering accommodation in there at the moment as well, which is they're just stunning. If you want to go in there and you have the whole of Wells House as your back garden, I mean, what else could you look for when the place is absolutely fabulous? So everyone goes home, you open your back door, and you have the place to yourself. I mean, there's no better place to be. It is stunning, absolutely stunning.
Absolutely gorgeous. And tell me, do you have a team under you, or is it you?
No, I do have a team, yeah. Mm-hmm. I have a fantastic team. Mm-hmm. I mean, full-timers there, I think there's 7 or 8 of us in total.
Okay.
There's 2 guys that work with me, and they're absolutely unbelievable. They really are something else. Without them, I'd be kind of lost. Because they really are a great team, and it's really important that everyone works together and works well. And there we have it's just a great team.
So, with regards to the gardens, there's quite a variety of different styles. Tell us a little bit about the wall garden.
So the wall garden itself used to be my understanding of edge garden. So I didn't actually see the construction of it. I'm coming into the beauty of it now, which is amazing and brilliant. But I've seen pictures of what it was and what they had to do to create it. But it was just grass, and now it's this absolutely beautiful tranquil. The mix of planting in there is fantastic. As soon as you walk in, you have heuchera, custard and cream, and it's just a beautiful plant, a lovely crinkled leaf, lovely, very delicate pink flower on them, and the first thing you see. Then you go in, you've got your lamb's ears, which are really fabulous to touch. Kids love going and just touching them and having that lovely feel. You've got Brunneria, which is beautiful, and it's just like lupins. Lupins are fantastic. They've got so many different purple flowers on them, so many pink flowers, different shades of every colour. Roses, absolutely beautiful, beautiful roses in there as well. And there really is a beautiful garden. You can walk around. It'll probably take about 20 minutes for you to take your time, walk around, sit on the benches and enjoy the place. And it's a stunning place to be.
Oh, fantastic. And then there are, I think it's 4 kilometres of trails in the Woodland. I know that project was going on over the last sort of 7 or 8 years.
It is over the last 7 or 8 years they've done that. Yeah, they were never there before, and now they are. 4 kilometres of just trails. You have the Gruffalo Walk, which is the whole Gruffalo book. If you were to take the book itself for kids, it's amazing. Any child that goes into Gruffalo Walk is going to come out there absolutely as high as a kite and just love the place. Want to go on it all again. You know, it's a really lovely walk. Then we've got Mogues Walk, and Mogues Walk is slightly different. I suppose it's geared more towards the adults because it's kind of got big trolls in it. It's got a dragon in it. It's not scary at all, but it's a really amazing craftsmanship. The walk itself is beautiful. When you're in nature like that, you couldn't be anywhere else. It's just stunning. You get lost in the place.
So have you had a chance to sort of pick out your favourite bit of the garden?
Oh, that's a great question. That's it. Do you know what? It's because I work there, I'm constantly on, that has to be done, that has to be done.
I know.
But at the moment, my favourite part is, I suppose it is probably the wall garden, because it is absolutely stunning. And it's that place where you can sit down and forget everything for 5 minutes. And to some people that's so important. So it is to me, definitely, where you can just turn off. And that's a lovely thing to be able to do. And it's beautiful. I mean, right beside the wall garden itself is another area I absolutely love, and it's the Garden College. I think that's called the Garden College. That's the correct name. And it has a huge amount of apple trees in it. And in September, October, you go pick your own apple tree. So your own apples from the apple trees, and it's stunning, and that's right beside the wall garden, and it's really just another aspect of it that is beautiful. Those two are just joined so well together, like, and it really is lovely.
And I think you put your finger on the button when you were saying, well, I'm working in the garden, so I'm always in so many different places. That's the same for others in their gardens, isn't it? So when they come to visit, they are looking for an escape. So they are looking to enjoy.
Of course,
what you've just said is, the wonderful Wells House and Gardens without having to work in it.
Exactly.
So, and to get ideas. And people get such great ideas from visiting places, don't they?
Absolutely, they do, 100%. People come in, that's where I get a huge amount of my ideas from, as well as visiting other places, talking to other people as well. And listen, don't be afraid to ask questions. So many people come in, they might be a little bit shy, and maybe I won't disturb them from working and stuff like that, but we absolutely love questions. They're great, and it also helps us, because there's always a question you can't answer. There is, inevitably, always, and that's how we learn. That's how we get past. We go, that's a great question, I don't actually know, and you go find out. But most of the time we can help people out, and it's a really lovely thing to be able to do. And talking to people, it's what it's all about.
Well, certainly the biggest thing that I have heard through chatting with you today is your enthusiasm. Even though you've been there 6 weeks, it sounds as if you feel that it's absolutely the right fit for you.
I really think so. I really do think so. Yeah, it's as soon as it came up, it just felt like it was the right thing to just go straight for it, because it's such a beautiful spot. It really is, and I absolutely love horticulture. I love gardening. I love design, and there's a little bit of everything here. And we're hoping to do more in the arboretum next year. There's a couple of ideas I have made for the arboretum next year. We're going to completely change that, and it's going to be really nice. So I'm not going to give away too much on that yet.
No.
But that's going to be a fun project to work on.
That's really important, isn't it? That you will have your own ideas.
Absolutely, yeah, of course, yeah. And I think it is important to have a lot of new ideas that kind of brings in new interest. And new interest is always important, but it has to be within the place as well. It is a stately home, so you're trying to kind of provide that extension of that, which is really important, and that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it really is, and I'm very much enjoying it. I have to say. That's
wonderful. Well, Kevin, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
It's been great. Really interesting. I've learned an awful lot. And it's really helpful for us at Kilmackie. We now know a lot more about wells, so when our visitors talk about things to do in the area, we'll be a lot more knowledgeable. So thank you.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm delighted to come in. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Thank
it. Thank
you.
you.